Alright, today on the channel we're going to be taking a look at the latest from NECA Toys and their Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles line. This is the Neutrinos 3-pack. Pre-ordered this back in March and it just now arrived to my doorstep. MSRP on this was $75. Ordered it directly from the NECA store website. Inside the box we got Zach, we got Kala, and we got Dask. Of course we got Tribble and the Grybyx. This is a deep cut for most Turtle fans, if I'm being honest. A lot of people may or may not remember these characters, and if you do, basically all you might remember is them cruising around in the awesome, space Cadillac. But boxing, art, aesthetic, everything is going to be in line with all your other Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle releases from NECA Toys. The box is slightly smaller than the standard 2-pack because these figures are skinnier, but you got your little pictures of them there on the front, your open window box display, Turtles logo on the top, your same descriptive text about the Turtles themselves. You got your cross sell for the Pizza Monster, Super Bebop, and Mighty Rocksteady, as well as the cartoon version of Toka and Razar. And of course you got your glam shot of the Neutrinos as well. Let's go ahead and get them out of the plastic prison and check them out up close and personal, shall we? And out of the package we have everybody's favorite hot rodding teenagers from Dimension X, the Neutrinos Trio. And first impressions right out of the gate, I gotta say I'm quite impressed with this. The quality of the joints is very, very good, at least in the set I've got. Not too stiff, not too soft. I wasn't worried about anything breaking off on the pegs or anything like that. And they all come with these nice little clear plastic pegs for the foot stands, which is perfect because as you can see, each one of them has very small, dainty feet. So without those foot pegs, you would have just an absolute nightmare trying to get these to stand up on their own, especially considering how top heavy they are with their big heads and their large over the top hairdos. So I love that NECA included those foot stands as well as that. Of course, you get their hoverboards, and each hoverboard has its own unique little stand. These would be familiar if you've got any of the Back to the Future stuff with a hoverboard as well. Same kind of thing, rotating just on a little ball and socket joint right there. But you got nice detail on the top and the bottom, and each hoverboard has its own dual peg system, so you can get the characters on top of there and standing balance very easily. All the details on each hoverboard is nice. Like I said, you get detailed paint on top and bottom. But once again, all the hoverboards come with their own unique posable stand, as well as the figure pegs themselves. Other accessories, you got a Grybyx. Cute little Grybyx, absolutely adorable. It's got limited articulation. His head's on a ball joint there, so I can rotate a little bit. But that's about as far as you're gonna get for this little guy. Not very big. Of course, you got Princess Tribble. She's got a little more articulation. Her head moves on the ball socket as well, but the arms also move up and down and outwards, and can rotate up and down. I like the flare of the the Cadillac fins on the diaper. That's a nice touch, but that is the Neutrino style, if you will. Driving around in that 1950s, 60s looking Cadillac. Other accessories, I want to say this is the trans-dimensional communicator or something, or I forget the exact name of it, but this is what Donatello used to communicate across to Dimension X. And you get this disc sound laser gun handle. I honestly have no idea what this is. I can't for the life of me remember seeing this in the show, but another cool tech doohickey gizmo gadget, whatchamacallit. Then you have the Spectro Analyzer. All these are very well done, nice details with the paint. I want to say this was like the Grybyx Finder or Tracker or something like that, this little bitty one. And last but not least, again, I don't recall this one at all either, but looks like a microphone. I've just been giving it to Zala. Holds well, poses in her hand. Like I said, nice little detail. So you get the 5 tech accessories, and each one of them come with their own unique set of interchangeable hands, multiple hands. The vast majority of them are either open, gripping, or closed, so those are your main options. A couple of them are unique, so you get a peace sign, which is a nice little touch, and some come on the figures themselves, kind of like a little rock on or I love you sign language type of thing. But for the most part, loads of interchangeable hands. All right, we'll start things off with Zach. First and foremost, we'll talk about scale. All these figures for the most part are right at a little bit at the 5.5 inch mark, depending on hairstyle. They scale well with the Turtles themselves, so very on par there. Obviously the Turtles are a little more muscular, And these Neutrinos, a little more frail, dainty with their arms and their limbs and everything, but head's gonna rotate, ball and socket joint, 360-degree rotation, up, down, so loads of range of motion there. Shoulders, for the most part, they're all gonna have the exact same shoulder mobility. It's only gonna differ depending on their shoulder pads and their, quote unquote armor, so to speak. Basically, how high and how far range of motion they have as far as upwards and outwards of that shoulder joint. You're gonna get the elbow bend, 360-degree rotation there as well. 360-degree rotation at the wrist as well as the hinge, so upwards and outwards. You got a nice little pivot joint here in the middle, so up, down, left, right, bending them forward, backwards, so great range of motion there. Thighs, same way, ball and socket joint, so you're gonna get a full split. Gonna have a thigh cut, so rotation 360-degree up to the thigh. Double jointed knees, which is great, so you can kick your own butt there. Hinge pivot on the foot, so left, right, 360 degrees, up and down. Lots of range of motion there, so loads and loads of articulation for all the figures. Very impressed with them. Like I said, the little clear plastic foot stands are a nice touch because they do hold these figures quite well, even when you're posing them. And I was able to like pose them in all sorts of awkward, karate, super kick, ballerina style poses, and the figures were still able to hold themselves upright on the hinges. So definitely impressed with the range of mobility, the articulation, the sculpt details. I mean, these guys look great. Glasses on Zach here don't come off. They are fixed and adhered to him, but that's fine. You can look behind the glasses and still see the details. They painted the pupil and everything. His hair, you got this maroon up front and this dark burgundy on the back, nice blue and white on his outfit, matches the sneakers and everything. So, I mean, he looks great. And you got Zala, of course, she's got that like lollipop gill, swirly hairdo, looks great. She's got the bracelets, got some nice style, the skirt, the high boots and everything. Once again, I'm super glad we got these clear foot stands because, like I said, look how small her footprint would be. I mean, that would be pretty impossible to try to get her to stand upright on her own, especially, like I said, with these top-heavy hairdos they've got. Of course, we got Zaz. And last but not least, we got Dask with the biggest hairdo of them all. Of course, all the Neutrinos have their oversized elf-style ears, but his hair is it's a whole nother thing in itself. I mean, this is like Rockadoodle times 10. Overarches his forehead by a good solid inch, if not more. Got the big flare shoulder pads as well. Got fins there on his thighs, but he's got the nice super thin pointed toe zoot shoot shoes for the most part. So I mean, they've got their 50s style, 60s style, looking phenomenal, looking like they're ready to go to a rockabilly show in Dimension X. So fantastic set, hoverboards, the accessories, everything over the top as always with NECA Toys and this Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles line. It's not will I get the next one, it's how can I afford everything, because so far to date, in my opinion, they haven't really released any bad figures out of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles lineup. So if you're interested in picking these up, unfortunately you probably have to wait until these either hit Target later on at some point or go to the eBay route, because these were direct orders from NECA Store online. So be on the lookout, maybe they'll restock it, who knows. But if you enjoyed this content and you enjoyed the video review, make sure you hit the like button and share this video with your friends. And as always, thanks for watching, guys. It really means a lot.